My name is Samiksha Sachin Bhosle. Today my school name is Late MP Swargya Vittalrao Tuppe Patil Smart Learning School. Today I am giving an interview and my teacher name is Rameshwar Khairnar.
Okay, so let's start with your reading comprehension. Can you tell us what was your reading comprehension at the beginning of the year and what is your comprehension at the end of the year?
At beginning of the year my RC was 1.5 but now my RC is 4.5. I am growth my level at 3.
Okay, and how you grown that much? Can you give what helps you to improve your RC?
Yes, I take a membership. We have library, so I can take books all one day. I can take two. I read 2 books. Then I can make questions. How many character I can notation. Then and read so many storybooks that help me to improve my RC.
Okay, that's really nice. You say storybooks, you say solving worksheets. So now let's start talking about the classroom culture we have, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us how is your classroom culture and how classroom culture helps you improve your study?
Yes, in our classroom we have groups. We have so many groups. We study in together. We have so many activities that help me. For example, we make a circle, and I am not able to solve that question. And in our group, some student can solve that question. They can help me. For example, I am have meaning, but no one, someone who don't know. So that helped me to tell them how the meanings. We can learn so many things in group.
Okay, that's really nice. So can you tell us about the norms you follow and what is the importance of norms in the classroom?
Yes, there are so many norms like raise your silent hand, listen to bhaiya carefully. There are so many, but I think we can learn in so big and important rule is listen to bhaiya carefully, because whatever bhaiya is teaching we can't listen. How we can find that what is bhaiya teaching? We can't understand. So that is important, that listen to bhaiya carefully.
Okay, so you said listening to bhaiya. So which one is your favorite norm and why you think that is your favorite?
Yes, my favorite norm is listening to bhaiya, because I didn't listen to bhaiya. I cannot tell that means what is bhaiya teaching. I can't understand what is means by that lesson, what is doing in that lesson, how many characters are there. So that is important to listen bhaiya.
So your favorite norm is listen to bhaiya carefully.
Yes.
Can you tell us, Samisha, more that how norms helps you us to study and to focus on study? Or can you also give example like how was your classroom culture at the beginning of the year and now how is it? What difference you have seen? And
Yes, at the beginning of the year we can't all students can, ma'am can ask one question, they can shout loudly that is answer, but now we can raise your silence, and that helps us that we in school that we can't disturb by we can shouting the answer in the beginning. So many teachers come and complain that they were shouting. We have so much problem, we have distracted. So then now no teacher comes, they can tell, wow, your classroom is so nice, you are raising silent hand. And at the beginning of the year some students didn't learn read storybooks. They don't have an interest of reading, but now they have an interest. At the beginning, for example, Koyal didn't like to read. Koyal said, I am only like maths, I am not interested in reading comprehension, but now she reads so many books and she's RC is growing so much.
okay, so that's really fantastic. So you told the raising silent hand help
Yes.
us to focus. You also see improve into readings, and you also gave example of your friend. That's really nice. Now let's talk about your groups. So can you tell us more how groups helps you to manage your classroom also? Like, do you have any trackers? How you track the homework? Because there are so many students. How do you manage this all?
Means we can make 5 groups of, means we have A division, B division, we have 10 groups total. In I am in B division, so we can make 5 groups. Ambedkar, I am in Ambedkar group. In that we have attendance, story reading tracker, behavior tracker, so many trackers we have in that. So Bhaiya can divide the responsibility into students in that group. For example, I am a homework checking monitor because of who was means, for example, Swapnil Sharia has good behavior, so he can in good behavior monitor, so that helps us. For example, someone means I am a homework monitor. I can check his or her homework, that how she is doing. If she have any problem, I can tell. If I can't tell, if she can go in from bhaiya or other teachers. That helps me so much. That also we know self practice, how to self practice, how to do your own work. Then we all definitely depend on teacher, that teacher can take us, teacher can give that, teacher can take that, but now we can independently do our work.
So it helps us to be more independent and solve your work,
Yes.
without help of teacher. It's not only all the time the teacher is doing in the class, it's also that you as a student doing something in the group and on your task.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Now let's talk about more about your classroom. So what is your hope, that what you think we should improve next year, because our next academic year will start in next 1 to 2 months. So what do you think, that what can we improve to improve our classroom culture?
Yes, I think one norm is missing. I think that norm is so important, that behavior again. Because of yesterday, some Yash and some boys are fighting together. Swapnil was absent, so he can't see his behavior. He can't mark. But now I think that we can make. I can think that we have groups, right? But I think we can divide one responsibility into two, because of one is absent. So that work is depend on tomorrow he. Or for example, I am sick. I can 5 days absent, but that 5 days homework who can complete now? So I can think in group we have homework into a responsibility. Two girls or two boys. Okay, then that helps us. For example, I am absent, so she can or he can do his whatever I am have works. So that helps
The
us.
responsibility.
Yes.
So divide the responsibility into more students
More
rather than
student.
only one or two students you are having. That's
Yes.
really nice. Now we started the interview with talking about your classroom. Now let's talk about yourself. So can you tell us, like, you share your RC growth with us? That's really fantastic. Can you tell us what are the changes have you seen in yourself from the beginning of the year to the end of the year?
Yes, I think that is good, but I am not at the beginning of the year. I think what is that, storybooks are not only time pass. I can study, I can get good marks. That is only time pass books who can. I think that who was reading storybooks, they are mental, वगैरह वगैरह. Then
Okay,
I can realize.
interesting.
Then I can realize that storybooks are good for our comprehension. We can get good marks. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I can get so many means 30 out of I get 20. In now that second term exam, I can read so many storybooks that I get 30 out of 30. Then I think the storybooks are so important. My RC was so growing by reading the storybooks, and we have learned so many new words, that I don't hear or see. Then I can think that I have a change in my reading.
Okay, so you say your reading habit had changed. You were not
Yes.
interested in reading, and your reading interest changed because you see the impact of reading stories in your life.
Yes.
We will definitely in detail we'll talk about the story books and the library. Let's talk about more about yourself. So you say reading habits.
Yes.
Anything you see in yourself rather than only academic? Any skill you improve? Any feelings you have control on, or you are able to manage? Think about that also.
Yes. At the beginning of the year, I am have so means I cannot. I am have since so alone. I cannot talk. But now I am talk so much. I think we can't talk. We don't have make friends. At the beginning of the year, I am have only 3 friends. But now I am have so many friends who can help me in groups. They can help me so much.
So you say that your communication skill has improved.
Yes.
You have made more friends, and that has helped you to not only get help but offer help if they are struggling in any way. Fantastic. So you said reading, you say communication improvement. That's really fantastic improvement, and the reflection you are having is also nice. So like now let's talk about what is your strength? What do you think, like what is your strength you have, or what is one thing that you really good at, that you do very well?
I can good in reading and solve the mathematical problem.
So you say reading and mathematical problem,
Yes.
right? And like Samisha, what you want to improve now for next year? What is your hope that, or what are things you want to improve next year?
I want to improve that I can speak more in English, spoken English, and I think I am have so many at the yesterday Bhaiya gave us list of dictionary I can read. From that dictionary I am only so small part of the dictionary. So I think next year I can improve my learn more new words.
Words. So you said you want to learn new words more and more, so that you also understand what is the meaning of certain words, and when you are using dictionary it's simple for you to use, because
Yes.
now when you are using it's very difficult for you to understand the meaning of the words. Fantastic. Now we always talk about student vision scale, SPS,
Yes.
right? Can you tell us like why student vision scale is important and how it helps you?
Yes, SBS stand student vision scale is so important. At first, in one step, we can understand ourselves. In ourselves, we can understand how much I am reading, how much I am feeling. Means at first, I can instead from student vision scale, I can understand what I am doing, what I am good in that, what I should need to improve. And second, leading to others. Means at Miss yesterday I went fight with my friend. She feels so bad. Then I can realize home that I am feeling so bad that she also have feeling like me. She also feel bad that I can behave with her. So I can realize by the second step to understanding others. Then I can realize my mistake.
Oh, that's really means, it like it's very fantastic answer. Like it helps us to understand others better.
Yes.
When you go talk about, and what about India? Like how that helps you to understand India?
Yes, there are so many problems. In India, I'm go to home by walk. I can see so many people are throwing garbage. They can eat so many things and they throw on the road. That is so bad. And that cow, so that miss who was in road street road animals, they can eat that. They feel so they have get sick. For example, cows. My village, like village, they cannot throw the village that a cow eat that, and my brother said that I'm go to that take cow and go to doctor. He can tell that in his cow, in his neck there is a garbage that is so harmful for she. So
So
that is so bad.
SPS scan also helps you to understand the India, and
Yes.
fantastic. We want to talk in this part. We want to talk more about the student vision scale.
Okay.
First, tell me, Samiksha, why it is important to have student leadership, and what is your understanding of student leadership? Think about your classroom. What you do in the classroom and other things.
Student vision skill from that, for example, Nicole didn't talk in class here. At the beginning of the year, she was so calm. She can't talk. She was only sit alone at the back. She don't talk. No one was his friend. She was only alone. And now she has so many friends because of she can understand him by SBS stand. She know that I need to be to talk. I don't talk. I can make new friends. I can learn new things. I need to talk. From SBS stand, she know that I need to talk. I talk with others. I can understand myself, what I am good, what I am bad, what I need to improve. That she can realize.
Fantastic. And I want to hear from you that what are the responsibility you play in the classroom? Like, is it all the time that Bhaiya is doing, or do you also have the responsibility of trackers? And do you know how to manage trackers, library tracker, or the homework tracker, attendance tracker? Tell us that about that, how that responsibility helps you. And
Bhaiya can only help us only 10%, 90%. That is good growth. At the beginning of the year, we have need all time Bhaiya, whatever we have. Bhaiya, I need that meaning. I need that meaning. So then now we are independence only. Bhaiya need only 10% in classroom. Now 90% we have doing For example, in a behavior, we can fight and then tell, "Bhaiya, he can beat me, he can pinch me, वगैरह वगैरह." Then now a behavior monitor, there are 5 behavior monitor, they can watch us, and there is small problem they can solve with us. They can tell, that means it is you are wrong, you cannot fight, that is वगैरह वगैरह. They can tell, and they can tell us. Now we have so many, now we don't fight with others. Now we
Okay,
have.
so the responsibility helps you to become responsible and think that
Yes.
my action are affecting, and also not only you always need the bhaiya or the teacher, but you can solve so many problems. That also I think helps us to understand the problem, solve problem, and become independent mostly, rather than all the time going to teacher and telling them small problems.
Yes.
Fantastic. So we talked about leadership. So what do you think? What is the quality you think you have that is a quality that one leader has?
I think to understand others. I have that good quality, understands other. For example, yesterday my friend feeling so sad. No, not yesterday. Some days ago, my friend was so sad. I didn't get why she was sad. I can ask her that what is the problem. Then she can tell his problem, she's problem. Then I can understand. Then we can't solve that problem. The problem was that his grandmother was expired, so that is so bad for him. So that is so bad. So I can tell her that don't mind, please get. And then now she was feeling well. Now she is so
Okay.
happy.
So now she is happy and you are able to understand, and it's
Yes.
happening because of you know how to understand others,
Yes.
and you also think you are good at that, and that's also one of the important skill if you want to become leader. I
Yes.
also feel the same. If you understand others, then only you can
Yes.
then you can lead them. First, to become a leader you have to understand the
Yes,
people
others.
you work with. Fantastic. Now let's talk about the teacher and the
Okay.
teacher. In this part we'll talk about the teacher, mostly about me and my teaching method. Then first my question is, do you think if a teacher is friendly, that helps you, and how?
Yes, Bhaiya is friendly, because that is good. When any teacher was friendly, we can able to ask what we question have. At the beginning, I think that teacher, when I can ask question, I feel so nervous that teacher can tell me that okay, I am so nervous. But now I can ask question very fast. I don't have any problem. Because of that is so good, that friendly is, no, we don't have scared about teacher. We have the teacher is friendly, we don't have scared about teacher, and we can learn more good things from that.
So it helps you to fearfully ask, and also it's not important only that friendly, but what I understand is it gives you confidence that my question also matters. That I should ask my question. It's not my question is right, my question is wrong. I'm not
Yes.
good at speaking. It also gives you that confidence that I should ask the question.
Yes.
And you said it also helps us to improve and learn from the teacher what we don't understand. That's really fantastic. Now let's talk about teaching method. So tell us that how was your experience with worksheet before I started worksheet, giving you worksheets, and how worksheet helps you in the classroom. Every day we have worksheets, so how that helps you?
Means at the beginning we can only have question answers in English textbooks. At the beginning I am have the second lesson we can teach, we have only questions, so we can solve that question. We can I can understand only 50% that lesson, but not 100% total. Now we can get worksheet, we can know more about that, more know about. For example, the question was why the daydreams are why the daydreams happen. I don't know, because in that from in that lesson we get worksheet. I don't know why the daydreams was important. Then I can realize that daydreams come by our thinking nation, that is वगैरह वगैरह. I can understand from that. By worksheet I can get more knowledge about that lesson. I
Okay.
know more about.
So it helps you to understand more the lesson rather than
Yes.
only 10% at 15%. It gives you a 90% understanding of lesson. That's fantastic. Now let's talk about the parts of worksheet. We have three parts. Like
Yes.
first we do with teacher, INM, introduction to new material, 10 minutes. Can you talk about part 2, that is group discussion, and part 3, that is independence practice?
Yes, INM means teacher help us. Means Bhaiya can give us 10% idea about that lesson. And in group practice, at first we can get 10% idea. And in group practice, we can learn. We can have pairs, group. We can sit and we can read that story, annotate it, and find character traits. Whatever Bhaiya can teach us. Then we can learn that means that lesson means then from by group discussion I can get 50% idea.
Okay, so and you said group also help you to understand more about the lesson, and what
Yes.
about independent practice? How that helps?
Independent practice means how much you can understand. For example, I'm done with my INM and in group practice, then independence practice for that means how much you can understand from that lesson. For example, we have all in worksheet we have INM always, because of Bhaiya want to check that how much I can understand from INM and group practice, so that help us how much I can understand.
Fantastic, very nice answer. Can you tell us about weekly tests and how weekly tests are helpful?
Yes, weekly tests are so much helpful in for example in week we can learn so many new things, and in Saturday we have weekly tests that help me that how much I can understand in whole 6 days. That helps me that how much I can understand in 5 days, and that whole means they can make new question and they can give in worksheets so we can solve. Then Bhaiya know how much I am understanding, then how much I can need to revise by that student, how much I can revise more about that, what is need I can improve my teaching skill. That is so helpful.
Fantastic. And also, can you tell about RC test? We have regular RC test,
Yes.
assessment. So can you tell us the importance of having assessment for student, and like every time, frequently, one in a month, once at least we have one test. And can you tell us why it is important for a student to give assessment and understand where they are?
Yes, that is important to have a assessment, because of by that assessment, for example, I'm not understanding one lesson, and that is help me that how much I need means. For example, in our I'm telling about RC, I am have confusion in character traits. Then I am have a assessment. I can solve that assessment, and I know that I need to practice character traits more, and I am good at find the characters feeling. Means whatever I am good and whatever I need to improve more, I can get by assessment.
So it's a important assessment because you understand where you need to go and where you need to improve and where you are good at also. I think that is also important to
Yes.
know that where we are at the now and where we need to go, what we need to improve. Fantastic.
Yes.
So I want to ask some questions about teacher. Okay. So do you think Bhaiya prepares and plan well the lessons, and like what is your take on, like does he plan well, or his lesson is like okay he just comes and teach, or does he have a proper plan, or does he have the proper worksheets? And
Yes, there are proper worksheet, because of in INM we can get not whole story, we can have only first passage. From that first fraction we can annotate, we can know small idea. That is good worksheet. I can think that is so fantastic worksheet, because of from that story they ask one word is so hard. For example, in distarius, in lesson number 18, we have word distarius in passage number 1. And Bhaiya was asking what is the meaning of distarius, and make a sentence from that. So that helped me that how much my vocabulary is good, how much I can need to improve my vocabulary. So that is also good in INM, and in group practice we learn so many things, and worksheets are so much proper, in so much proper ways. We have big question that helps me how much I am understanding more about. We have in independence practice we have 3 big questions. That is so big that helps me that how much I am growing, how much I am doing. That's all.
okay, so you say it's proper plan and everything
Yes.
is planned at the place. Okay, let's talk about library now and reading also. So can you tell us what was your reading habits? How much were you reading before lab day started? Before we started this everything at the beginning of the year.
At the beginning of the year, we don't have library. We don't have books. I mean, we can't read any storybooks. We only have our English textbooks of fifth. We can learn only that, and we think that we have so much knowledge. We are so good at reading, वगैरह वगैरह.
Yeah.
Switch off हो गया.